For the main combo, you'll just need Engage. Even though this is a blind second deck, it's important to learn some turn 1 combos. Activate Engage to search for Raye. Normal summon it. Link into Kagari. Activate it to add Engage back to hand. Activate Engage again. Search multi-role. Activate it. Link into Shizuku. End your turn. During the end phase, turn your toggle on, which I'll show you how to do in a bit. Activate Shizuku to search Widow Anchor in the end phase. And still in the end phase. Activate Widow Anchor to negate your own monster. This then triggers multi-role to set Engage so that you have a negate for next turn. To be able to toggle on to activate Engage in the end phase, go to Settings, Duel, Activation Confirmation to Custom, show Switch button to On. And now during duels you can press the toggle button to activate in the end phase. Here's the rest of my settings if you want to copy. If you have Raye and Engage, do this. Activate Engage to search for multi-role. Activate it. Normal summon Raye. Link into Kagari. Activate it to add Engage back to hand. Activate Engage and search for Widow Anchor. Link into Shizuku. Set Widow Anchor. End your turn. During the end phase, first activate Shizuku. Search Widow Anchor, and with your toggle on, activate Widow Anchor to negate your own monster. This now triggers multi-role to set both Widow Anchor and Engage. So you have 2 negates and follow up for next turn. Now for the going second combo, because this is a going second deck. You'll need Raye plus linkage, and your opponent must have an open board, so use your board breakers first. Now normal summon Raye or search it first if you don't have it. Go to battle phase, attack with Raye. Now activate its quick effect to link into Hayate. Attack with it. Activate to send Rose from deck to grave, which is needed so linkage gains its additional effect to boost your attack. Activate linkage, send Hayate to grave to summon Kagari. Kagari add back linkage. Attack with Kagari. Activate linkage again. Summon Shizuku. And attack for game. These are basically everything you need to know, so it's time for example hands against established boards. We'll start against Tenpai, now quite an established boards, but it's important to know when to negate what. As always we start with board breakers. At this point he activates Fiolos. Many would use Called by the Grave here, but since I know he has Genraku, I decide to save it, since I have lethal damage even under max C. And then you'll do the same linkage combo I showed you just now, to OTK the OTK deck. Against an established board, You want to use everything else in your hand and save your engage for last, since it's the most important card in your deck. And by using all your other spells first, you're filling up your graveyard with spells, which you need 3 spells engraved to gain all your Sky Striker cards' bonus effects. So by baiting all 3 of our opponent's Omni Negates, we're now free to activate Maneuver first to wipe out the rest of his field. And then we can activate Engage to search for Raye because we need a starter. And of course we draw a card. And always remember that Raye can link as a quick effect, so we can attack first, then quick effect link for additional damage. With Hayate, since I already have everything I need engraved, I'll just send another Raye. In main phase 2, if you have 2 or more monsters, make any of your Sky Striker link 2, then link into Kagari to add back Engage for more advantage. So we can search Widow Anchor and also draw one. Skillfully drawing Max C, and then always Shizuku to add a card in your end phase. And don't worry about Nibiru, because Raye Engrave revives itself if your opponent deals with your link monsters. And if opponent has any monsters left, you can get rid of them with Zeke. Even against back row decks like Labrynth, it's to our advantage that we play mass back row removal like Duster and Heavy Storm. So you have to bait them first to activate an effect. And what better way to do that than by summoning Raye, which threatens lethal damage if you have linkage in hand. I could have Widow Anchor negated this, but we would have dodged with Big Welcome, so I decide to save it. Always remember that Hayate can attack directly. With Hayate you can send Engage to add it back with Kagari. I use Linkage to add a spell to grave. Now that he's used Big Welcome, it's safe to use Widow Anchor. This also allows us to now activate Thrust, so Thrust that Engage to hand because he only has 1 back row. Not worth adding Feather Duster. He ashes 1 Engage. You have the other one to add Maneuver. And since we have 3 spells engraved, Maneuver can also destroy the back row. And always Shizuka for end phase. Since I don't have multi-roll, I can add Shark Cannon and banish Lovely from their grave, which is very important for the grind game. From here on, it's about controlling the duel. Try to recycle Engage as much as possible, eventually drawing more of your board breakers, which will win you games. To counter this deck, I'd always use Ash Blossom on Engage since it's a +1, and Perm is good to use on Kagari to prevent them adding Engage from grave to hand. Bestial and DD Crow are good to banish that Raye from grave. You can also use Anti-Spell if you want to be that guy, or use Droll to prevent them recycling Engage and prevent end phase Shizuku. Here's my deck list. Remember, some of these cards are alternative art, so you can't craft them, but you can craft the original art. So Raye, Reinforcement of the Army, Engage, Kagari, Shizuku, Hayate, all have alternative arts, but you can craft the original arts which are also cheaper. Subscribe if this video helped. Thanks for watching.